There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He knows this is going to be a battle of strength against strength. Their rushing defense against a very potent rushing attack. That's where things will have to bend or break here at the line of scrimmage. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running behind that left side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Missouri! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to take a shot right away.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. The Sooners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Drills him with the stiff arm. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Takes the easy one to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Maybe a double pass. Looking for the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? 2nd down coming up. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that one's incomplete.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, the quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy on that throw.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Got a little grass. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Finds his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Makes the grab. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Throwing Simmons. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Here's a hit. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this all.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. All the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Simmons. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Grabbed on the outside, it's Hardy.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right, but a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
Looking downfield at Simmons. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, we know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball, too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Again, it's Simmons. Under fire. And the ball's free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver at quarterback to be scouting, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Stop short of the 1st down marker. They are in field goal range, and 3 would make it a 2-possession game. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Simmons to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
Snags it, and he's open. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They gave up the sack on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying play action. Puts it out of the air. Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Simmons. Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to add their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll keep it on the ground. Snowed under by the defense. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Good right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin our wraparound with ECU taking on the number 25 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Pirates with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste it. There he goes!
Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency. But either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for them, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This quarterback part of their running game. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. Rams him with the stiff arm. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
He might want another play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking downfield is Simmons. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Tigers! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Can't hang on, he muffs it. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. That's caught. It's Hardy. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Throwing Simmons. Snagged out of the air. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Simmons. Finds a tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd down, here's Hardy. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
It's complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Got the back over the middle. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Simmons throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. To the air, it's Simmons. Got a man, it's Lee. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarter.
Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. His 3rd touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding, and they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Calls his own number. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team,